Hydrological Observation Circle, CWC, Varanasi page 3. 1.3 Basin Description. 1.3.8 The catchment area of Ganga main stem including river Choti Sarju under Hop Varanasi is 23,000 square kilometers. The statewise distribution of Ganga Basin drainage areas is shown in Table 2. TABLA 2. States drainage area come Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh 294,364. Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh 198,962. Bihar and Jharkhand 143,961. Rajasthan 112,490. West Bengal 71,485. Haryana 34,341. Himachal Pradesh 4,317. Delhi 1,484. Total 861.40. 1.3. Though the river Ganga rises in the Gangotri Glacier in the Himalayas at an elevation of about 3,982 meters above the mean sea level in the Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand. At its source, the river is called the Bhagirathi. It descends down the valley up to Deoprayag. The river Alaknanda rises from the Indo-Tibetan border in the district Chamoli of Uttarakhand, flowing through district Chamoli and serving as border line between Tehri Garhwal and Garhwal districts. It joins the river Bhagirathi at Deoprayag. The combined stream is called The Ganga. The river continues to flow down in torrents and cascades along the valley for a distance of about 160 kilometers and emerges into the plains at Haridwar in Uttarakhand. The river Ramganga, the first major tributary of the river Ganga, joins it from the left in the Hardoi district. The first hydrological observation site under this circle on Ganga is Shahzadpur. At Allahabad River Ganga receives its biggest tributary, the river Yamuna from right. Another right bank tributary, namely the river Tans, joins the river Ganga about 30 kilometers downstream of Allahabad. Varanasi is situated on the left bank of the river Ganga about 150 kilometers downstream of Allahabad. The river Gomti joins the river Ganga after Varanasi from left. The last hydrological observation site under the circle on Ganga is Ballia. Hydrological Observation Circle, CWC, Varanasi page 4. After leaving Uttar Pradesh, the river Ganga enters Bihar in the Bhojpur district and receives two important tributaries, the river Ghagra from the left at Chhapra and the Son from the right at Manna. The river Gandak, yet another left bank tributary, joins Ganga at Patna. The river in its course through Munger district is wide and deep at all times of the year. At Pathar Ghat in Saharsa district, the river receives the river Kosi, an important left bank tributary. Apart from the river Son, other important tributaries to join the river Ganga on its right bank in Bihar are the river Pan, Kyul, Man, Chandan and Garhwa. After its confluence with the river Kosi, the Ganga continues its eastward flow in Bihar for about 40 kilometers. As it enters West Bengal, the river swings round the Rajmahal hill range opposite to Manihari Ghat and starts flowing almost due south. The delta of the river Ganga can be said to start from Farakka in West Bengal. The river divides into two arms about 40 kilometers downstream of Farakka. The left arm, called the river Padma, flows eastward into Bangladesh, while the right arm of the river, called the Bhagirathi, continues to flow south in West Bengal. After receiving tributaries Dwarka and Ajay from right, Bhagirathi receives Jalangi just above Nagdwip town. After its confluence with Jalangi, Bhagirathi is known as the river Hooghly. Calcutta, the biggest city in India, is situated on the banks of the river Hooghly. After Calcutta, the river receives Damodar and Rupnarayan tributaries from the right. After Diamond Harbour, the river resumes a southerly direction until it falls into Bay of Bengal, the left arm of the main Ganga, which flows into Bangladesh, where it is called as the river Padma, is joined by the river Brahmaputra and Meghna. All these rivers form a huge delta before ultimately falling into Bay of Bengal. The total length of the river Ganga, from its point of origin to the point where it falls into the sea, is about 2,525 kilometers, measured along Bhagirathi and Hooghly, out of which 1,450 kilometers lie in Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh, 445 km in Bihar and 520 kilometers in West Bengal. The river forms the boundary between Uttar Pradesh and Bihar for over a length of 110 kilometers. The salient details of its major tributaries are enumerated below. Tons River emanates at Tamaskand, a tank in the Kamur range of hills in Satna district of Madhya Pradesh, at an elevation of 610 meters, latitude 24. Shunya. Hydrological Observation Circle, CWC, Varanasi page 5. Shunya 2, north and longitude 80. Shunya 29 east. The river flows initially in a north-easterly direction for about 192 kilometers and after traversing the rough hilly country around Mahar, flows through Rewa and Satna districts. It receives river Satna. On the left bank, it enters Uttar Pradesh at Doria in Allahabad district and, after receiving Balan, a major tributary on its right, flows to join the river Ganga on right bank at about 30 kilometers downstream of the confluence of the rivers Ganga and Yamuna. The river has a total length of about 264 kilometers and the catchment area of 17,350 square kilometers. The Gomti River originates near Mainkot, about 3 kilometers east of the Pilibhit town in Uttar Pradesh, at an elevation of 200 meters. The river drains the area between Ramgangar and Ghagra systems. The total length of the river is about 940 kilometers, and it flows entirely in the state of Uttar Pradesh. The total drainage area of the river is 30,443 square kilometers. The river flows through Shahjahanpur, Kheri, Lucknow, Barabanki, Sultanpur, Faizabad, Jaunpur, Varanasi and Ghazipur districts before merging into the Ganga about 6 kilometers upstream of Satpur town. Located on border of Varanasi and Ghazipur districts, Lucknow, the capital city of Uttar Pradesh, is situated on the banks of the Gomti River. The main tributaries of the Gomti River are the Gashai, the Sai, the Jomkai, the Bana, the Chahar and the Kalyani. The first site on Gomti under the circle is Sultanpur. The catchment area of river under the circle is 10,490 square kilometers. The river Karnasa originates from Kamur Hills in Kamur district of Bihar and flows through Chandauli district of Uttar Pradesh before merging into Ganga River at Chausain Buxar district of Bihar. Its main tributaries are Durgavati and Chandraprabha. The total length of the river is about 190 kilometers and its catchment area is 8,260 square kilometers. The river Ghagra is called Karnali or Manchu in upper reaches and has its source in the Himalayan glaciers about 60 kilometers southwest at Mansarovar at an elevation of 4,800 meters at north latitude 30.38 and east longitude 80.57. After flowing for about 72 kilometers in a southeasterly direction, the river enters Nepal territory. The river continues its serpentine course and receives the Mugukarnali and the Teelar on its left bank. After flowing for another 25 kilometers below its junction with the Teelar, the river takes a winding course till Charayat, whereafter it takes almost a westerly course till it reaches Dundras. At this point, the river takes a U-turn and starts flowing in a southeasterly direction till it debouches into the plains of Nepal after passing through a narrow gorge.